All right, back from my commercial break again, unscheduled by Zoom. And nonetheless, we're back at it. Like I said, we were talking about draft capital and why Gabriel, all those other folks with Cleveland, why they doing what they're doing, why he bombed interviews. I mean, to me, it seems kind of strange. It really does seem strange that he did fall because a lot of quarterbacks did what he did and still got drafted. So it had to me, seem like there might be something else going on. I don't know if it's the fact that he can't play. I just think something else is going on.
If
But
you
yeah.
got to do
And
this,
then and then the
go
the
ahead,
thing.
Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead. Go. No, no. I was just gonna say like, yeah, we're like, why didn't he take certain meetings? Like, what top five projected anybody takes unnecessary meetings?
All of them. That's what the
Like,
NFL. Listen, that's the way the NFL does.
I don't know.
Um,
So
Cam
like, why
Newton.
hold it against him? Why use it as a crutch? I'm not saying we are.
Cam Newton said he knew he was going number one,
Hmm.
but he didn't know if maybe the Panthers like accepted some trades and then somebody else moved up. So even though he was 99% sure he was going number one to the Panthers that year, he still took meetings and interviews
Hmm.
with other teams because he's like, you just never know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm afraid that maybe Shador, ego wise, was like trying to dictate a little bit. Remember, his dad
Mhm.
said there's
Yeah.
certain places I don't want my son to go.
See, but also you have guys like Caleb Williams who literally did that. Like they said that they wanted a portion, but Caleb Williams went one
All
Yeah,
still.
you
right.
went one. Yeah.
Um, so
And so
there's
Hold on,
People
wait,
definitely
wait,
said
wait.
because
And
people
Dion even said that. When Caleb did that, and then everything was like, well, he what Manning brother did it?
Eli.
Eli,
Eli.
Eli did it.
Mhm.
Dion was like, well, we're gonna do it. He
right?
had already said that.
Yeah, but no, he said that, but
But here's the difference. They said Caleb Williams was a generational talent,
yeah,
so he had a whole lot
clout,
of leverage.
leeway,
Eli was the brother of Peyton. Everybody knew he
daddy,
was going to go number one.
son
He
of
had a whole
Archie.
lot of leverage. John Elway back in the day
He did it.
had a whole lot of leverage.
Hmm.
I think Shador thought he had more leverage than he actually did.
well, I mean, you just use the Eli thing and you're talking about how his name is giving him value. And I mean it's the same thing with Shador.
No, Shador, listen, Eli went number one overall as a quarterback. It wasn't just because his last name was Manning, it's because people thought this dude could sling it.
And he did at Ole Miss.
And he did.
And hold up, at Ole
But
Miss.
Shador was gonna go number two. It was
Hmm?
either Cam
Right.
Ward or
So
Shador.
right. So why didn't he? That's what I'm saying. They didn't take him number two, three, four, five, six till 140 something for a reason. And if you want to play, if you want to win, and you think this quarterback can win, why wouldn't you take him? And that's my whole
Well,
thing.
well, see,
The
that's the thing.
Browns
See,
passed on him, passed on him, passed on him, still ended up taking him.
hmm, you see, that's the thing for me, right? And what sticks out to me is the fact that so many other players that again we are not scouts. We don't look at them, but we look at them. We go,
Right.
that dude is not going to be good in the NFL, but he'll get drafted super high, right? And we've seen several people get bust. How? With all the quarterbacks that went before him, or all the people that went before him, because most of those guys are going to wash out. It just seems funny to me that so many teams just passed on him. Because think about it. I think about Larry Tunsil, right? He fell out of the what top 10. He should have been a top five pick. The tackle out of Ole Miss, and then we had the bong thing circulate. So he lost like $30 million his first year because somebody put the photo out. Then it comes to find out the team that put the photo, a team, NFL team, put the photo out so he would potentially drop so he could get him. They could get him.
Did
So
it
this
work?
no, because somebody else picked him up at 23, I think. But I'm just saying, but it turns out that it wasn't somebody that leaked it. It was like an NFL team allegedly that leaked it that wanted to pick him up. So in my
That
mind,
even happened with Shador, actually.
no, I'm just saying. So in my mind, what's going on in the background? Because again, everybody always says he didn't do well on interviews, and the Dion came out and said that's a lie. He said because we were prepared for all our interviews because that's what Dion said. He was like, "Come on, man, really? Do you really think my son would not be prepared for interviews?" So, like I
I'm
said, so
just going
something
with other.
I
Listen,
know. I'm just saying. So, and, and was it? And we can use this. We can use Mr. Beard as an example, right? When we're talking about OKC and they had Ibaka and Serge Ibaka and they had all
Yeah.
these folks, and then when they traded him, why did they truly trade him for $2 million? He was like, nah, So we heard his side of the story, not with being filtered out through the news by all these, by all the talking heads or parroted talking heads. So, we really won't know the truth until we get to 30 for 30, 20 years from now, when everybody's
Yeah.
involved is either out of the league or dead. Then we'll find out, yeah, it was huge amounts of collusion. Because even when you think about it, all right, they always say the NFL, they don't collude. They collude. We all know they do. Because I would
but
do the same thing.
but how do you? What's the benefit? What's anybody getting out of
Mhm.
doing that to Shador?
Punishment.
But
Clicks.
but
Clicks though.
but
Clicks and popularity on social media.
so listen, if you got Shador Sanders, you know how much attention you're gonna have for your team.
Mhm. A
That's
lot
a good thing, right?
if you're winning.
So you
Yeah.
could even say like,
Oh no,
okay,
no.
we're
How
going.
is that? I don't know. That was my argument though. How is that a
What?
good thing? Like, yes, I think it's a good thing.
But no, I mean, it's a good thing for money, but it ain't. I mean,
But
they ain't
but
winning.
like that's why I use Cam as the example. That's why nobody wanted to pick Cam back up because he came with a lot. But yet you want a superstar to be your quarterback.
Mhm.
Well, no, the reason Cam didn't get picked back up is because his body was so beat up he
Shoulder.
couldn't do what he did before. Yeah,
Yeah, that's show.
yeah.
His shoulder and his foot was shot. Like,
I'm just saying, if Shador's got every opportunity today to show what he can do, and hopefully start next week as well.
I hope he
But
does.
there's a reason why 32 teams and a bunch of them that needed quarterbacks selected other quarterbacks besides him. I don't know why that is, but
Yeah.
I'm saying if I'm New York and you're the big city, you're the big lights, and I thought
The
Shador
big Apple.
could be my franchise quarterback,
Or Las
what better
Vegas.
fit than New York?
Or Las Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
And they all passed.
Yeah. Like I
So
said,
so so let
Las
me ask
Vegas
you,
is
why
crazy.
was Shador
Bad.
the only quarterback that got um
Drop like
the
that?
little fake prank call? And then
Well,
we found out later
that
that
was
it was
that
the
was
son,
that
it's
was
the head coach's son.
Yeah, but he
yeah.
wasn't the only one that got pranked that night.
Really, who else
And
got pranked?
It was him and one more guy.
his was
But
the
I'm saying, why
funniest
Shador though? Why Shador?
because he was the biggest name in the draft, and
Yeah.
he fell all the way to the fifth round.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I
I
said,
think that attention does bring those sales that you're talking about. I mean, he's the number one rookie sales for
oh, jersey.
Jersey,
Oh God,
yeah.
yeah. Merch. Yeah,
but
yeah.
at the same time, all of those eyes are literally watching your every movement. I remember I have this app Reel. It's what I use to like go through the sports and stuff.
Hmm.
And you can like react to plays and stuff. Man, there was one play where I think, yeah, Quinshon Judkins, his scores are on Wildcat.
Yeah.
Automatically, the thing is handoff. He's just handing off. All he
Hmm.
can do is hand off. He can't
Hmm.
throw. All he can do is hand off. He's not even in the game. All he can do is hand off. It's just like you have that attention, but there's also going to be those people who are just hate watching.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the fame comes
Hmm.
with that, right? Dylan
Hmm.
Gabriel probably doesn't have haters because he wasn't like that.
Look, his only
Because he
haters were in
wasn't.
Oregon when he got beat by Ohio State, and I
But you
was
know
And
what I'm saying? He wasn't.
Dylan
He
Gabriel's
wasn't.
got a hate watcher in me. That's for sure.
He wasn't. He wasn't a media darling like Shador has always been.
yeah,
So that's going to lend to more haters. When you got just like Arch Manning. Arch
yeah,
Manning has how many millions of followers?
a lot.
But people hate on Arch like crazy too.
He finally played yesterday. 6 touchdowns to Arkansas.
I don't, but Arch also ain't that good.
I know, like I said, to Arkansas. You hear the Arkansas?
Arch also ain't that good though.
Oh, you gotta
So I
tell
don't know
me.
if it's all hate though.
I listen.
He
I think
also ain't
Arch.
that good.
I think Arch is really good.
I saw
What?
See,
some.
that's the thing. Like, why is Arch that good? And yet,
Arch, and Arch needs
like,
another
he
year
doesn't
to
even have
develop.
half the accolades
No,
that Shador had, and he was at
Arch.
HBCU his first 2 years.
No. What I'm saying is, I thought Shador was going to be really good too.
Mhm.
But
He
but
is.
Arch is bigger, faster, a better athlete.
He still,
All of that.
and
He
he
really
can't
is.
throw yet. He can
He
start throwing
can't throw
next year.
now.
He can't, bro. He threw 6 touchdowns. Was it yesterday on a
You got to also think
Arkansas is
Arch
horrible.
Manning has literally played 10 games his whole career.
Yeah, so far. I mean, like I said, that's why I think he's going to stay
Shador
in
started every game, every day he's
of his
ever played
life.
football.
We'll see, but Archer also played division what? Some private school league in Texas.
Well, I'm just saying, he's set for 2 years in Texas when
Mhm.
everybody else would have said, go transfer.
Texas is paying him, bro. I ain't mad, but yeah, like I said, I don't see. He's going to stay one more year. I don't see him coming out because I think his stock has dropped drastically.
Oh, yeah, he's not coming out.
He's not coming out. Like I said, he's gonna stay where he's at. Like I said, because I watched I
So,
watched a couple games and I was just like, nah.
so let me ask y'all:
What?
if y'all are GMs and coaches, like, what type of quarterback do you want at this point?
Dak Prescott.
Like, I'm talking about with off the field stuff and on the field.
Well,
Dak Prescott.
well,
What
you
type?
want some?
Because I don't know. I really don't think a lot of teams want superstars
The
No,
because
no,
it
no, no,
comes with
no,
a
no,
lot.
no,
I
no,
really
no,
think that.
no, no, no. Every look, the face of your franchise, right? Think about it. Let's talk about New York, just the Giants.
No. The face of your franchise is going to be your quarterback.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So you want that guy to have a persona off the field, because if not, I mean, it don't have to be bad. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you want that guy to have some type of persona off the field, because if not, think about, okay, let me see. Let me see. What's that boy's name? God, I think was it O'Donnell? What's his name? Seattle.
Oh, O'Connell.
Whatever his
O'Connell,
name is.
No. You talking about the
No.
quarterback now?
Yeah.
Sam Darnold.
Sam
No, not
Donald.
Sam
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
It's Sam Donald.
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
What is
Yeah, Sam Darnold.
Is it in
Sam
Vegas,
Donald? Yeah. Say what?
Seattle, or Vegas?
No, Seattle.
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 Oh yeah, Darnold. Sorry.
Yeah, it's actually Aaron is in Las Vegas. No,
Yeah,
Gino
Gino
Smith
is
is
yeah.
in Vegas.
Geno Smith is down in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so I mean, if you're a team such as those, because nobody's really talking about you, you need your quarterback to be quote unquote that superstar. For me, if I'm drafting a quarterback, of course, I can't look, I can't go back in time and say, you know what, I only want to run a quarterback. Right now, I need a quarterback, quote unquote, who can throw but is mobile in the pocket. You can't stand back there in today's NFL unless you got the wall of China in front of you to throw the ball. So right now, me personally, I would take a quarterback who has some legs. So again, if I'm talking who's in there right now, see, Mendoza will probably go in the top five. I don't see him scrambling around a lot.
He's a statue.
He's a statue, which is bad in this league. So I would not draft him because I
No,
would
not
have to.
talent wise. Talent like off the field, like
Like I
persona.
said, off the field. I mean, off the field, I wouldn't mind having a Cam. I mean, Cam really wasn't in
Really?
that much trouble other than the accident when he hurt his shoulder.
See, oh,
I mean,
Well,
I
he
feel like history
came
does
in with a
not.
lot
I
of
feel like
baggage.
history does not support that though.
who? Cam?
Cam came
No,
in
no,
with a
I'm
lot of
saying
baggage.
having a superstar. I feel like history does not support it. For
Well, no.
instance, Cam. Everybody argued that Cam, he has too big of a head, ego,
Mm,
this and that. He comes with too much. Even my boy, Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
Why is Aaron Rodgers going all the way out there and doing the whole being in the hills, whatever by himself? He needs to focus on football. Shador. Why is he doing that type of celebration? Why is he not uplifting his teammates with his answers?
Mhm.
Like, I feel like history shows that you don't truly want a superstar quarterback.
Well, they want them. Okay, how about this? Not how about, but they want them because the media brings you dollars. Now they spin it however they want to spin it. All right. Think about it. Because if those darling type quarterbacks were such problems, then nobody would draft him whatsoever, and they would be out of the league, period. Right. So let's talk about your boy, Rodgers. How long was Rodgers in Green Bay doing what he was doing with his I might quit? He was doing the Brett Favre thing. I might quit. No, this might be my last, you know. Yeah, you do wear out
Right,
your
right. How long was
welcome.
he doing that?
He did that for a long time, but I'm just saying they want that for the media attention. Because think about it. We talk about Baker Mayfield when he was doing all the
Yeah, I was about to say
commercials and he
Baker.
was yeah, Baker, you can't act like that. Baker, this is college, this is not college, this is NFL. Baker was, and sometimes you do need some of that showmanship because sometimes I think wrestling needs a little bit of I'm sorry, football needs a little bit of wrestling added to it because you do need the heel, right? So if you got to have a superstar, he can be bad, he can be good, but it's all good for the franchise. What did Jerry say? I say Jarvis say, anytime you talk to Cowboys, I'm happy. I don't care if it's good or bad. So you want that.
Look,
You really want that.
every team would love somebody like Dak Prescott
Yeah.
as far as the off the field stuff to be the
Hmm.
face of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
franchise.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he always says the exact right thing.
Yep.
He has the right look. He
Yep.
never gets in trouble. He
Ever.
can be on your soup commercial, your insurance commercial. He's the face of your team.
Yep.
Now,
But that's the thing, though. You said he has the right look,
yeah.
Yeah.
but everybody know every quote unquote every dog that you want don't
You
look
say,
like that.
hold on.
No, no.
Wait, wait.
What I'm saying is, you want your quarterback to be the face of your franchise, to be able to go to
Right,
these
right,
corporate events and all of this stuff, ideally, right?
right.
But you want him to be able to play like like Patrick Mahomes in crunch time, or you want him
Mhm.
to be able to
Right.
play like Josh Allen in crunch time.
Yeah.
Dak doesn't have that part of it, right?
No.
But um, everything else you want as a face of your franchise, that's one reason why Lamar isn't more famous.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't talk the way you want him to talk. He
They
got that
don't.
country slang. He
Yep.
sounds like but as a quarterback, he's great. But that's why Lamar's never going to be a superstar
Yeah.
using my definition, because
Gotcha.
he's not going to be doing commercials and movies, right? Dak
I
Prescott is everywhere, but he ain't winning the way that
No.
Lamar
No,
wins, or
he
he's not
wins.
making, you know what I'm saying, getting MVPs. But as far as face of the franchise, Dak Prescott, your Troy Aikmans back in the day,
Your Joe
your
Burrows.
Joe Burrows, your Tom Brady's, your Peyton Mannings, that just always know the right thing to say, the right thing to do. They never get in any kind of
So
trouble.
so
Mm.
let me ask you this: what about a guy like Jalen Hurts? He says the right things.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
people
does.
love Jalen
They
Hurts.
love Jalen. They love him. Yeah, they
The
love him.
women
Yeah.
love him. The TV loves him. The people that don't love him are his receivers because he doesn't throw the ball enough.
Yeah. Well, they love him this game because they're eating.
Yeah,
Oh,
They
great.
are eating this
Great.
game.
but
Great.
y'all not
Eating.
down, but y'all only down one touchdown.
Bro,
14-21 now.
bro, we win
But
this game, I will kiss my foot.
AJ, let me ask you this,
Yep.
because you said you didn't understand why Shador. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kept saying this, right? Like, what is it with Shador? Him falling, right?
Mhm.
And he used the guy that I was going to use before I got to that point. Why didn't nobody pick up Lamar
Well, he went in the first round.
when he showed you that he was a winner?
Who, Lamar?
Well, they said with Lamar.
Yeah, you remember when we started doing the contract negotiations for himself? Why didn't nobody pick him up? No
Okay.
No,
offers.
he
No,
wasn't
no,
a
no.
free agent.
He
wasn't a
yeah,
free agent.
he was not a free agent. He still had 1 year on
Yeah.
his contract, and nobody made any offers. Period.
Everybody knew he was signing with Baltimore, and Baltimore
Yeah.
wouldn't let him go. The
Yeah.
question was whether he was going to get the
Okay,
money he thought he was going to
okay.
get.
Yeah.
But Lamar dropped in the draft to the end of the first round because people didn't know that he could pick up the game. They
Like
thought
that.
he was just a running quarterback.
Yep.
They wanted to change positions. They didn't think he was smart enough to figure it out. He proved them all wrong, but he
Right.
dropped to the end of the first round.
Yeah, he sure did.
But he's proved them all wrong.
That boy was
Yeah.
So first time, like I said, speaking of Lamar, that boy was a true athlete. Woo wee. That boy was sick.
But that's the same thing with Cam.
See, but that's crazy that he dropped.
Because they didn't know that he could.
Ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you have to remember though. See, okay, so Lamar,
Because he went head to head with Deshaun now, and Deshaun went number 1 that year, didn't he?
No.
No, Deshaun went number 1, but Lamar is that this? I don't think they came out in the same draft.
Yeah, Lamar came out in the Baker draft 2018.
Yeah, he didn't come out in the same draft as Deshaun.
Okay.
Because you have to remember the system. He was running that he was running the RPO, Bobby Latrino, and Julio had a heck of a start.
For the first year he was behind Flacco.
Who? Oh, you're talking about, yeah, you're talking about there,
Lamar.
yeah. Yeah,
You're right.
yeah. I'm talking about when he was in college and
Yeah, they
Okay.
weren't sure he could pick up the NFL
yeah,
terminology. You know, again, part of
game,
that is that old stereotype of
quarterback.
black guys ain't smart enough to be quarterback.
Yeah.
He's proved them all wrong, and they changed the offense around to fit his strengths, which was
Right.
great. But when Cam came out, people thought all Cam was a giant, strong arm dude that was going to run over people. And then his first 2 years, he broke all of the passing records
First year, first
because he was
game.
slinging it. And nobody ever thought Cam would be able to pass the ball as well as he did. They just thought he was going to be such a physical freak,
Hmm.
and that was going to be why they're
Yeah, because it was insane. I mean, like the first game, I mean, like I said, when I watched Cam play, but of course I knew Cam could throw when I watched him at Auburn, so that wasn't an issue for me at all. So that was
you thought he'd be able to throw in the NFL level with those windows.
yes, because
See,
I
I
mean
didn't.
he because okay, because even when he was at Auburn, I mean he did not have a stellar receiving core. You
Man,
know,
that
he
team was loaded that
it was
year.
loaded, but the receiving core wasn't it.
They literally had one good year in the last 30 years,
I'm just
and
saying
that was it.
that was it. Like I said, but that team was loaded because you have to remember he tells you on that team that mostly, as you always say, AJ, when grown men are playing against boys, it looks different. And on that team, he said on both sides of the ball, they returned. Everybody was basically a senior,
Yeah,
so they were going against younger teams. So yeah, they were killing them. Even though when they went against Oregon in that last game, if it wasn't for I mean, the run game was ridiculous. So I mean, you crowd the box and he broke through, and Cam runs a 4.5. You ain't catching him.
yeah.
Like I said, but that's again, some of that stuff is stereotypical. For the most part, like I said, but my quarterback, like I said, if I had to draft somebody today, I want a quarterback who's a dual threat, who can run and throw. Because again,
Got you.
that's what the league is going to move to. But of course, off the field, yeah, I would take a Dak Prescott because he don't do nothing. He's the poster boy.
Yeah.
Whenever they take the L, it's I got to do better. I got to make better throws. I got to do this. I got to do that. It's on me. I can't leave those. I can't leave stuff on the field. Or
He always says and
versus
does the right
what's that
thing.
boy's name? Versus Zach Wilson. The
Yeah.
line ain't blocking. The running back can't run the ball.
Well, for real,
Yes.
no, the line ain't blocking though. I don't
Can,
know what
can
y'all
you
want
say
me to do.
can you say lose the locker room? They just tied it
So,
up.
Ben, what do you feel like with what you're seeing with Shador? You've been a Browns fan for a long time.
Mhm.
What do I think about it?
What does he need to take and now kind of like pile up on? Like,
Huh?
how can he use this debut to start? Some type of momentum.
I
Yeah.
think that well, first of all, it's kind of hard because we have statistically the best defense in the league right now.
Yeah.
Right.
PFF came out with their study and their ratings and their advanced metrics, and we were number one. Miles Garrett, we have 10 sacks on Geno today. I mean, but anyways, I think the areas that like Shador needs to improve on would probably be his like pocket awareness and his he
Reading
does hold the
field.
ball too long.
Yeah,
Um
he was let it go. You need to work on
uh
your internal clock.
And the game's tied up too, by the way. Now,
Which one?
Eagles,
Dallas.
Dallas.
yeah.
Let's
Dallas 20,
go.
21-21.
See, again, I'm getting excited, but I want us to lose because we need higher draft picks.
Look, we
Yeah,
need
you're
we need
telling
Green
me.
Bay to lose too. That ain't gonna happen though. We gonna want to get like a 23rd, what is the fifth round? Sorry, fifth.
Why does Shador hold the ball so long though? Why is that the case?
He's hit.
Because I mean,
He
he didn't do
tries to
that.
make
He
the
didn't
bigger
really do
play.
that in college.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yes,
he
he did.
did.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did. He did that in college, but that's why it was sometimes it was third and 944.
Yeah,
That's
That
because he
true.
would
Yeah,
just
That
keep
is true. That is
he would
true.
just
That is
he
true.
would keep retreating, looking for the big play, and then they catch up to you, and you look up, you lost 21 yards
20 yards. Throw the ball,
I
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
on the
like
You're right.
sack.
Throw the ball
last
away.
week, Shador's pick was because of that reason. Was
Yeah.
because of his his decision making.
Mhm.
Because whenever he had two guys running to the right of him, he had one wide open in the flat, and he had
Gotta take
Judy
it.
Judy kind of open,
Mhm.
and he tried to force it to Judy, and then it got picked when he should have just taken the flat.
But see,
Hey Ben, how many games did Gabriel start at quarterback this year so far?
one.
No,
Um,
Gabriel.
I know one
Gabriel
or two.
started.
You think one or two because he got hurt.
No, he started more than that.
It looks like
5.
whenever his production started picking up was Minnesota.
So how many is that?
One,
Four,
two, three, four,
four.
six, six.
He's got 6 starts. Okay.
Ooh, man.
So
Yeah, I've had to watch him for 6 weeks.
Shador, if nothing else, they're going to win today, right?
Oh yeah,
So,
they
so,
they won. Yeah,
so now they've got some film on Shador. They can say, "Hey, you worked with the ones all week. We can give you more." But what they're going to evaluate is, okay, who gives us a better shot of winning
Yeah.
based on what they can do, Shador or Dylan Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
It's possible that they still start Dylan Gabriel,
Oh yeah.
because they wasted a 3rd-round pick on him,
Yeah.
and they want to still see more from him.
They
Or
will.
they could say, we've got
No.
6 games we've seen from Gabriel, only 1.5, or really one from
Shador.
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 Let's let Shador play a little bit more. It'll be interesting to see what they decide, because they're going to have a high pick, and you have to decide: are we going to have to draft another quarterback, or are
No.
we good with either of these 2 guys that we got?
No, man. They need to go ahead and draft O-line, or they need
yeah.
to get them something. They need to do something else. They need to do something.
But they got to decide: do we like either of these quarterbacks enough to not draft one in the first round?
How long
Because
is
that's
this?
what it's going to come down to.
How much longer is what's his name? Savansky? How many more years he got on his contract?
Not sure. He is
Because that'll
bipolar.
be another part of it too. Like I said, because he's got 2 years left. He's gonna push all his chips into the table. He's got to figure something out.
See, but that's my original point. He has to win games to
Yeah.
keep his job.
Yeah.
He's not worried about the draft pick that we got 3 years from now. He's like, if I don't start winning games, I'm going to be unemployed next year.
Well, he won't be
So,
unemployed.
so
He
he's
gets
going to have to play the
retraded.
quarterback he
Yeah.
thinks is going to help him win,
Yeah.
so that people look to him and say, you know what? I think he knows what he's doing. I like what this is, the direction we're going in. So let's give him another year or another contract.
Horrible. Horrible. He is horrible. Like I said,
But
it's sad. Go ahead.
but think about this: if you let's say they fire him and the GM this year, they're definitely going to draft a quarterback, because
Oh yeah.
GMs and coaches want their own guy.
Yeah. Man, why y'all letting AJ Brown run around like this? Y'all killing me. He ain't
You're
that
killing
good.
me.
But like I said before,
Mhm.
Cleveland is good in the quarterback department, because Deshaun Watson's coming back
Well,
to
we gonna
next year, and he's
see.
going to be great.
We's gonna see, Playboys and
We got
girls.
jokes. We got jokes.
He's going to be great. He's going to be great, man.
Hold up. As long as he'll be fine.
I would like to ask y'all because I saw Jay was talking about it earlier. MVPs. Who we think deserves it this year? Because
NFL?
there's
NFL,
yeah,
Lamar.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, man, he came back 5 straight games, baby.
And he's
See,
playing bad the last 2.
That's
see,
all
and this
right.
is what Jay was talking about. He was asking us if it should be more of a QB oriented award or if it should extend to like other positions.
Well, it's still,
Because
but
like
I mean,
Yeah.
it
you
has.
got players like JT, JSN, Miles Garrett, all these guys can be potential MVP candidates
Well,
for
Miles
what
Garrett's never going to get um,
That because he's got to get 20
MVP,
sacks.
because it's not as, like, he literally would have to have
20 sacks.
30 sacks.
Yeah,
Like, he'd have to
20
literally be
sacks.
that far ahead
Yeah.
of the next dude. He's clearly the best defensive player in the league, I think, this year.
Let
Yeah.
me
So,
let me see
but
how many he has
but
now.
MVP,
Mhm.
he's nah. It's
No,
gonna
so
go
who?
to
No,
it's gonna go to a quarterback, because it
it
always
always goes to
does.
the quarterback. I mean, like I said,
But
Well,
but my
what
man
quarterback?
from the Colts, the running back, he could, just like Saquon last year, he could get
Jonathan Taylor?
offensive.
yeah,
Yeah,
Taylor
he
could,
he could get offensive player of the year.
but he's not getting MVP of the league. Like I said, normally MVP of the league is in the Super Bowl. So
Well,
Miles
but they vote.
Garrett,
But
Mi-
they do the voting. It doesn't
Oh,
count.
A lot of people would say probably say Josh Allen again. I mean, he's okay.
Probably.
They've fallen off
He's
too.
okay.
He's not having a great year.
No, I mean
Yeah.
most quarterbacks aren't. Like I said, this may be the year where it actually goes to a running back. Like I said, for the most part, it always goes to a
Well,
quarterback.
if it ended today, Drake May,
Yeah,
UNC Tar Heel,
he'd
is
get
going to
it.
get a lot of votes.
Yeah, he would. Like they
Okay.
the resurgence of the pack, the
They are
Patriots.
they are 10-2, and he's playing great.
Yes, he is. That'll
Miles
change
Garrett
too.
has
Next year it's going to be ugly. Come on, don't do it. Come
18
on, man.
sacks on
People
the
play
year
ball.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
with 6 games left to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
That is crazy.
yeah, he has. I think it'll be 13 sacks in the last 4 games.
But again, it's not translating into W's, so that
Yeah.
hurts you too.
It
Yeah,
is.
He'll
yeah,
be defensive player of the year.
yeah. But that's
Oh,
what
most
it.
definitely.
Yeah,
So that matters. That matters more in the NFL than the NBA.
What's that?
them
The
W's. Yes,
wins, as
yes,
far as with the MVP.
yeah. Them
It
W's.
always seems to work out that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mhm.
in the NBA, there's been years, like the year Russ won it, they finished like eighth. But
Yeah.
he was
Right.
his stats were so crazy. They'll never give it to anybody in the NFL that finishes that low because they're like, how good could you have been
Yeah.
if your team was that bad?
Well, sometimes they said think about it like this too, right? If you're playing a last place schedule, so you're not going against really good teams,
Yeah, that helps.
that
Yeah.
if you're doing that, think about it. If you get who is it? If you what was the Texans game? That front four had 8 sacks on Thursday night.
Yeah.
8 sacks, and they did it against Buffalo. So yeah, you'll get notoriety. Now, if you get 8 sacks against Las Vegas, they really gonna be like, yeah, you got 8 sacks, but it's the Raiders for God's
Well,
sake.
shoot, that's like Cleveland. Y'all had 10 sacks today, right?
Yeah, they're still
Um,
playing.
y'all want to hear a crazy stat that just came across my feed?
Go ahead, you got.
What?
Shador Sanders is the first Browns QB to win his debut start since Eric Zier against
Zaire, Eric
Eric
Zaire from
Zaire,
Georgia.
Eric
Washington.
Zaire
From
Somebody in
Georgia.
Georgia, right?
against the
Georgia.
Bengals
Yeah.
on 10/30 of 1995.
Shador, crown him. Let's go.
Ooh, we just got a fumble, baby. I'm about to
See, what's
kiss my
even funnier
toes.
is that's not even the Browns. Technically, that's the Ravens.
True.
It is.
He's the first Browns QB to ever win his debut.
Okay, so look,
We gotta wrap it up.
so
Quick, quick, after this
100%
one.
he needs to start next week, even if
Yeah, he will.
Gabriel,
I think he will start next week.
is back.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start next week. I mean, I think he's gonna start next week. But yeah,
So let me ask y'all this: How has Caleb looked for y'all this year?
Yo,
looks
he's
real
kill,
good.
he's
He looks
playing a
real
lot better this year,
good.
and they're winning crazy games.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
He looks real good. And,
Is he still worth the hype? Is he worth the hype or no?
He's
right
getting there.
now, right now he looks like it. I mean, right now
He's getting there.
He looks
The
pretty good
hype
right
was
now.
so crazy for him
Yeah.
that he would have to be playing like prime Mahomes to live up to that.
Yeah,
And he's not playing that well.
No, he's
But
Got
but
you.
his team is winning and he's making plays.
And
And it looks
remember,
like his quarterback, I mean his head coach knows what he's doing.
and remember, they are playing a last place schedule. Also, they're beating some teams, but they're playing the last place schedule. Trust that all comes into effect.
Hey, all that matters is if you beat who's in front of you.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
Nobody thought I don't think a lot of teams thought they were gonna make the playoffs.
Well, no, they're gonna make the play. I mean, like I said, I'm surprised. Like I said, I thought they might have been like an 9 win team, but they are doing really well
Yeah, they're already 8-3.
already. Like I said, we are coming to what? The ending of one of our many gazillion billion shows. Like I said, again, we're gonna wrap this one up. Like I said, again, please like, share, subscribe. Again, we're trying to grow the channel. Like I said, please leave a comment. Our catchphrase is, we might read it. We probably won't. Because again, we got real jobs, like I said, and all of us, the young boys, the old heads, we probably read them, but we just ain't gonna make a comment. Young cats, they be out in the streets, like again at games, like the Ohio State game with their shirts off, swinging their shirts around, doing their thing, and other of us living like magic. So with that, but again, with that, we're gonna sign on off. Like I said, we got my man,
I was Ben.
we got
Jake.
AJ.
We got AJ, we got A-Dub again, signing off again. The Novice Sports Show, show with what? Three guys came together plus one to talk about sports from a novice point of view. All right. Like, share, subscribe, and leave comments. We ain't gonna read them. Peace.